The natural beauty of Beaverhead County is incredible. It's largely rural with a lot of ranching communities and a few towns that are each about an hour apart. And it has some of the most friendly, down-to-earth people that I've ever met. People who deal with high levels of isolation at times and great difficulty to get from one place to another just because of the sheer size of the county. There's really a vacuum of resources for early childhood and for those families. Things like a formal place for people to gather, especially in the winter months. The Playspace is housed here in Dillon because we recognize that this is the only place for a lot of resources for those folks who live outside of Dillon. The Early Childhood Coalition offers programming from formal parent education to support groups for moms, to a parent resource wall, to a store for them to buy resources, to play dates, to early literacy, story times. We had a ton of support from the people in this area because they were so hungry for those resources.
I have been part of the Playspace from the very beginning. My kids, I feel like, have grown so much physically and mentally from coming here because they're around other kids their age, especially us living so far out of town.
So I live on a ranch south of Dillon. It's about 15 miles from town. My husband works there. It can be challenging living that way as well, and can be isolating and a little bit lonely sometimes. When we go into the play space, we know we're going to have a good time. The kids love to go play there. I can feel comfortable with them being inside those walls, knowing that they're safe, that they're going to have fun, that if there's other adults there, that I can have conversations with them too, and there's going to be some connection built.
I have seen so many circumstances in here where moms are meeting one another and they're playing, and one of them's like, "Hey, can you watch my kid while I run to the bathroom?" And knowing that this is such a safe space that you can ask anyone to do that. Yes. What? Oh, okay. Can you ask Melissa to help you? Okay, go.
One of the most surprising things from developing the Playspace was how much the parents needed this as well as the children. And you'll see that on our local social media pages, that parents will reach out looking for connection and say that they're meeting here at the village. And we call it the village because we want it to be a sense of community for parents or caregivers as well as for children. And you'll see those connections happening in a really organic and beautiful way as caregivers enter the space with children and they see other people like them at the same stage of life.
Connection is very important as parents. So to have a connection with an adult or with another parent who's going through that same period in time or who has been through that same point in life, to just be able to share experiences or to know that if you share a struggle, it's not you're going to be judged. You're going to have a connection of understanding.
Here at the Playspace, we also have a parenting resource wall where caregivers come in, and if there's any resource that they need here in the county, there's a one-stop shop for them to be able to find those resources and get connected, as well as a small shop that they can come in and at either a small donation or at no cost to them access resources that really only exist here. Breast pumps or a car seat or a bouncer or clothes for their children. And now there's a sense of year-round community and year-round connection because there's always a hub, a place for them where they can feel a sense of village and community no matter the season, no matter the weather.
The first time that I walked in, I can just remember being overwhelmed at the actual facility itself and how incredible it was.
We found the indoor play space, and every time we go in, we chant with our son, "Play space, play space."
Yeah, absolutely. It brings such joy to my heart to see my son making friends with another child and forming that bond and laughing and giggling together. There's nothing like it.
We also did a parenting class in association with the Early Childhood Coalition. Having access to that with childcare provided, dinner, all the barriers were reduced for us. And it just gave us space to kind of have a date that was focused on our family.
I know every single day we use things that we learned from that class. Every single day, without fail.
Yeah.
It takes a village to raise kids. And what's so neat about this place, it becomes a place where they can get all the support they need, from educational support, emotional support, health care, and any kind of resource assistance that we can provide to help them be the strongest citizens of the world they possibly can be. My hope for the Early Childhood Coalition is that we become a beacon in the county and beyond as a resource to help children 0 to 5.
If I could give the residents of Beaverhead County one particular message, it would be their families matter and that they're worth investing in. Children are so important. Their development matters so much, and investing in the children of Beaverhead County is the most valuable work I've ever engaged in. Our vision for the future with the Early Childhood Coalition really is focused on sustainability. Our biggest goal is that this is something that is just a fixture in our county moving forward, that people can rely on us and they can expect this programming for years to come. Every time we felt like the doors just opened up and another opportunity was available to us, we would say, motivated moms can move mountains. And we would say that as a battle cry sometimes and as a mantra to help us push through the next phase, but we really believe that motivated, passionate parents can do anything when their kids are the reason they're doing it.